No,
I'm
you'll be fine.
pleased to be here this morning to share with you a dynamic program that is going on at Seatack right now. If you want to think about it, people ask me about the Achievable Dream program. I say, think of an ice cream cone. Virginia Beach City Public Schools provides the cone and the ice cream, the foundation. We're also a Title I school. Those are the sprinkles on top. But if you want the real special part, the Achievable Dream is that cherry that sits right on top. We are not a charter school. It is not a special school. It's a Virginia Beach City Public School. So with that in mind, I want to just share with you a little bit about the program. It was started by a Walter Segamoff. He was a businessman in Newport News. And as I'm saying this, you have copies of this presentation on the table. There are about 5 copies. If you can't see that, you might want to have the others. But he convinced a whole group of businessmen that they've got to do something to prevent lower income family children from being swept away due to the poverty in which they live. He started in 1992 by just having a tennis program after school. He fell in love with that, so that the next year he then began tutoring after school. That led to the full-time extended day portion for 400 children. And the extended day was after the regular hours. He would go in, he got volunteers, and they would tutor for the children. In '95, he extended it to middle school. In 2007, that is when they opened their Achievable Dream middle and high school. The elementary was started in the 1994. Then in 2011, that was when the first class of graduates. And I need to share with you that the support that they give the children don't end at high school. Every single child that graduates from the high school and is accepted in a college, university, trade school, they are awarded $2,000 a year to help defray cost. Not only that, but it built relationships with the area colleges, so that now the colleges provide them scholarships so that those children can go to college for free, for the most part, or it's very minimal. But it's not a giveaway. They have to be accepted first. So it is an academic program. And then this year we opened at Seatack. This is the first time it has expanded beyond Newport News. So Newport News has a history of 20-some years with this being a proven program, and now we are benefiting from those years. And the thing I have found out and loved is the fact that everything that's based in this school and all of the philosophies has foundation in research as good educational practices. So it's fabulous. There are some phase-in that we're doing. Right now, our K through 2 students are involved in the academy. We still have grades 3, 4, 5. And we are shaking hands with them and doing some of the same things, but they're not actually in the program. We had to start somewhere. And then next year, when those second graders become third graders, it'll then be K3. And then we'll pick up 4th and 5th. And then it's going to move into a middle school and in a high school also. So it will have the same kind of track record that they have in Newport News. We start with our K2 students, and they do wear uniforms. They have an Achievable Dream t-shirt, and the Academy gives every single child 5 t-shirts and 1 sweatshirt every single year. The parents only have to provide a pair of navy blue pants, a belt, and all black tennis shoes, and either white or black socks. That's all the parents have to provide, because Achievable Dream also pays when we go on a field trip. So the parents of these lower income families don't have to do that. The main purpose of this Achievable Dream program is to give children in lower income families the same opportunities that most children have. They have a disadvantage when it comes to taking standardized tests or any of that, because a lot of it is based on your experiences. And these children that I have at my school, and those of you that come to read, they're wonderful, they're bright, they're sweet kids, but the majority of those children have never been to the beach. And we're 3 blocks away, 3 or 4 blocks away. There is a morning greeting. Every child, when they come in the building, we shake their hands and we say good morning. And they shake our hands and say good morning, so that we can get them at baseline. Who knows what's happened to them in the morning? Have they had breakfast? Have they had clean clothes to put on? Are they happy? Have mom and dad been in a fight? Has there been a police officer that has had to come to the home that night or whatever? So we have a morning greeting. There's also a morning program. And every child in K-2 goes to this morning program. They say the Pledge of Allegiance, sing the national anthem. They have affirmations that they say. All of that to get them on board and get their mindset for instruction. And then we have social rotations. If they're not in the morning program, there's an etiquette. They learn how to pull the chair out. They learn how to use the forks and spoons at the table. They learn how to speak and so forth. There is also one we call Speaking Green. Speaking Green is just regular standard business English. Because the way we talk with our friends on the basketball court should be different from the way we talk to our friends and adults in school, at church, in a store, and so forth. So we need to teach them code switching, and we call that Speaking Green. The other one is also conflict resolution. They don't really understand how to do conflict resolution, so they also are able to be trained on how to handle a problem rather than their fists. As I shared with you, the morning program, they do have a uniform inspection. And the idea with the uniform, they earn points for uniforms. And they're either all in their uniform or they're out of their uniform. And they earn merit points that they can use to buy things in a school store that we have. And right now the store is stocked up with Christmas things so that they can buy their family Christmas presents. There is a motto, we say the Seatack pledge, there's announcements, and then a moment of silence. I want to share with you an actual clip from that morning program. We have military men from Louisiana that come every morning.
Dreamers, are you ready for your dinner?
Moving on the screen. It's not moving on the screen.
What is the back of your shirt say?
We're going to try it again. Technology's great when it works.
Face at ease. Dreamers, are you ready for your dinner?
No.
We get the gist of it.
Let's just move on. I think they get the idea. But they are standing straight. They get their little banners. We had one little girl. The motto is motivated, dedicated, educated. And when we first started this, I had a little first grader. I was standing by her. Motivated, dedicated, medicated. We had to correct that. But the sad thing is, it's probably true. We have a lot of that. As I shared, we do the etiquette. We also have the Speaking Green, the conflict resolution. Now, I do have a clip of the etiquette because there's a little sing-song that they do about place settings and so forth. We'll see if that works.
And this is every day?
Every day. Oh, goody, it's working.
Ladies, don't forget napkins in your lap. Gentlemen, you may be seated. Gentlemen, don't forget napkins in your lap. Excellent job. Now we're going to do our place setting song. I'm going to put on the music. We're going to wait till it gets to the right spot and then we can start.
A place setting is a place where I sit and have a setting. I have my fork, I have my knife, I have my spoon. Hey.
What else do you have?
I have a napkin, I have my plate, I have my cup. Hey.
One more time. Let's get into the music and put your hands together. Let's get into it.
A place setting is a place where I sit and have a setting.
What do you have?
I have my fork, I have my knife, I have my spoon. Hey.
What else?
I have my napkin, I have my plate, I have my cup. Hey.
Good job. All right, I'm going to give.
Great job.
Yesterday, we had a dignitary from our school head office, we call it the head shed, and he came and visited, shook hands with the children, went to the morning, and then went on a tour of the etiquette. He comes back, he says, I have not been seeing my wife at the restaurants or at home. I have got to start having to go home. So everyone can learn from the program. There was a lot of concern or miscommunication when we first started this program, thinking that Seatack would no longer be a Virginia Beach elementary school, that it would be either a private school or a charter school. We are not. We are a part of Virginia Beach Public Schools. We have all of the rights, privileges, heartaches, and agonies of being a Virginia Beach City Public Schools, like SOL and so forth. So it is a regular instruction program. Achievable Dream has 30 minutes in the morning for that morning rotation with the military. And then it is an hour after school for remediation and enrichment. And therefore, we have to extend the day of first graders and second graders to make up for that 30 minutes that they take in the morning. Other than that, we are a Virginia Beach City Public School. Our implementation, I'm not going to go over all of that, but I started working on this with the school board and so forth back in September, October of last year. Went to meetings, went to visits and so forth. And then we had our opening in September. Teachers were trained, I was trained. We even had the children for 2 weeks in the summer. And that is another advantage of this program. Children in poverty need extra learning time. So they came in for 2 weeks this summer. We're looking at extending that to 4 weeks in July. And then once they're in 3rd, 4th, and 5th, there will be Saturday schools, especially for those children who will have difficulty in passing the standardized test, the SOL test, or other state tests. And again, we couldn't do this if it weren't for Achievable Dream. Our mission statement, we created it because we are a unique part of the community. We empower the students, we empower the community. It is a fabulous, fabulous program. We are ready for this challenge. We have been ready. We're meeting it. We are motivated. We are excited. And we are dreamers. And that's what they're called. They are called dreamers. And so we've got the program. It's been very successful, is successful. Last year and the years before, it was nothing to see 15 or 20 children coming in late every single day. And I don't mean 5 or 10 minutes, an hour, could be 2 hours, whenever mom could get herself up and get going and whatever. This year, if we have tardies, they're no more than 5. So the children want to be there, and of course if they're not there in the seats, you can't teach them. So I would like to invite and encourage all of you, if you could go somewhere else for your breakfast, come over to school about 8 o'clock. The children start coming in at about 8:20. And come and shake hands with them.
Wow.
Say hello. If you have had a bad morning or you're facing a busy day, I don't care what kind of day, it's going to put a smile on your face and a glow in your heart. And you are welcome at any time to come and visit. Just give us a call, let me know you're coming, put you in line. We shake hands with the 3 through 5 kids also. So it is a great program. It is making a difference with our students.
Sounds
Do you
like
have
a
any
program.
Mary, let me say, years ago when I had the district internship, we, as the 10th grade in news, that was the top level that year, we put an interact club in. These kids were like college freshmen. I've never met more mature, focused, dedicated kids. They were in the grade 10. They've had 9 years of this program. How impressive. I wish you nothing but the best.
I tell you, thank you so much. It does make a difference. They're our future. They are the future. Questions?
How do you pick these students? Is there a criteria or?
Outstanding question. In Newport News, the original model is the children had to apply and it was based on income. At Seatack in Virginia Beach, it's only for our zoned children. So they don't have an application. Now, we do have some that are coming out of zone.
What are zones?
I'm sorry. See, thank you. This is where, legally, educationese, we know. The school division has 52 elementary schools and about 15 middle schools and 8 high schools. You can't just go to any school. So they have the city sections in zones. And there's an elementary school that serves it, and a middle school and so forth. And so when I say out of zone, they may live in another school district supposing to attend another elementary school, and they can apply to come to us.
Well, how do they get there early and late? You set up school bus?
It's a regular school bus. We're part of Virginia Beach City Public Schools, so they do ride the school bus. Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
How many children?
Right now, we are hoping that it will grow to 75 children, at least, no more than that per grade level. And we're saying no more than that because we don't have classrooms. And right now, we've got 78 kindergarten. We have about 55 or 60 first graders, but kindergarten was a small grade level, so that means our first graders was a small grade level. We've got about between 70 and 75 children in all grade levels, so it's about 400 plus children. Yes. No, I don't want to talk to you.
An intended
Did you have-
consequence, I am certain, bullying is in the news and prevalent in schools. My bet is your program is working against that successfully. Can you talk to that, Mary?
I certainly will. But first I need to share, bullying tends to be an overused word. Just like learning disabilities or motivation or whatever. True bullying is where they are harassing and really tormenting a child. We have some parents that think name calling, oh, you big ugly thing, or that's bullying. That's children sometimes being children. Thank you for letting me know.
I didn't get you asking that. Think on the right guy. I think that's bullying.
But true bullying is something that we need to counterbalance and get rid of. But parents sometimes think that, oh, somebody called my child a name, he's being bullied. No. But I will tell you that bullying has not ever been a major issue at Seatack anyway, but there are always some. But we have not had any reports of that this year. Yes, sir.
Is there a substantial difference between the program in Newport News and the one at Seatack?
The only difference in the program is that they have K1 and 2 children, but they do not become part of the Achievable Dream until they're in 3rd grade. And it is an application process. Seatack, there's no application, and we started in K1 and 2. And then it's going to grow. When we first started, they wanted to send all of our 3rd, 4th, 5th graders over to Birdneck, which is right across the street, and then just bring some in. And we said, these children have been flip-flopped back and forth, and we don't have a stable home life. Let's get them here. So we have K2 as Achievable Dreamers, and we have 3, 4, 5 as a 3, 4, 5 elementary. However, the shaking of hands and everything that we are doing, we're doing for 3, 4, 5 as well. So it is a blended family. We have had no problems with the 3, 4, 5 teasing kids because they're not in uniform, or they're in uniform and they don't have to be, or vice versa. It's a family effort. And it has been such an easy transition because a lot of the things we've had in place anyway. Yes, sir.
Dr. Daniels, does this require some special funding? How does it?
It is privately funded by business and by individuals who either donate their time or donate money. There is a board of directors. There is a, oh, she just told me the name, and I'm sorry, it's gone right out of my mind. But it is all funded by private donations.
So they have its own 501c3?
Hang on 1 minute. Their goal was, by the time Seatack had been in Achievable Dream for about 2 or 3 years, was to have about $5 million so that they could progress. By the time we started in September, we had $3 million, and I understand now we're at $4.5 million.
I'm going to cut off the questions for a moment for those of us that have to go to work. And thank you. Some of us have to go to work. I know if you like what you do and you never work in a day in your life, right? Well, we're gonna add to your collection. I know you've got a couple more of these.
I do.
And I've got one for you as well. Thank you so much.
She is my tech support because I'm a techno dummy. So she came with me. Thank you, Marie.
Mary, thank you so much. Let's have your winning ticket for the day.
Okay. Will it have my name?
And while she's doing that, let me report on the election, except for, well, another vote. We had 2 hanging chads. Somebody's pen was getting a little bit low on ink, but the slate was elected.
Very good.
And thank you for your generosity.
Thank you, folks.
Towards the staff.
Winning number, let me look again, 591.
That's the wrong number.
I'm sorry.
I won a couple of weeks ago. Pull another one.
Okay, pull another one.
All right.
Wait a minute, I didn't look at mine yet.
Well,
No, it was mine.
It's not you, it's Jan won. So he's deferring to another poll. So let's see what we
The
got.
glasses.
The glasses again. 577.
That's still the wrong number.
All right.